The story of liberty. When we founded Classical Historian, we began with a series of supplemental books teaching the tools of the historian and the Socratic discussion and writing in history. And I imagined that there were many sources out there in history to teach from a Judeo-Christian Greco-Roman perspective. I know this was naive of me, of thinking of this, but perhaps I was brought up to respect others, and I had a higher view of what was being produced in history. Then, when I went to search for these materials, it was a great challenge. We did find sources for high school and college level students, but there was nothing available for junior high students. And so I went and asked authors of history books for high schoolers and college students to recommend me junior high students. Specifically, Michael Allen and Larry Schweikart, authors of Patriots History of the United States. And they told me that there is none in existence and I have to write it. So that was the birth of Story of Liberty. Story of Liberty is classical historians' published book written by me, which explains and shows how the United States of America is a Judeo-Christian country founded on Greco-Roman and Judeo-Christian principles. It is not a religious text, however, it shows the influence of religion throughout our history. And it answers many questions that have been asked me over the years as I attend conventions. For example, how is the United States of America a Judeo-Christian Greco-Roman civilization? How were the founding principles of America introduced in the ancient and medieval worlds? How did England play a crucial role in the development of representative democracy? How did Columbus's great discovery change the history of the world? What was the Enlightenment and how did it influence the founding of the United States of America? What is American exceptionalism? What makes America unique? So these things are here written for the junior high student or for the adult who wasn't able to learn these things from a parent who knew or from a great history teacher growing up. And I found out that most of us didn't have parents who knew these things and who taught these things. And most of us didn't have history teachers teaching these things when our generation was in school. So the Story of Liberty has 2 student editions and accompanying 2 teacher editions, a history text, 2 DVDs where I am leading all of the Socratic discussion questions to some homeschool students, and within our student and teacher editions are also primary source documents for the students to read and to analyze the past from these eyewitnesses. Now, you know, in our Classical Historian series, we have the Take a Stand books, which teach the tools of the historian and the open-ended questions. What we did with our Story of Liberty series is we included these in our workbooks. So now, when you access the Story of Liberty books, they contain all of the tools of the historian and the Socratic discussion questions. In addition, each chapter has a map, a timeline, grammar, which is a section for important vocabulary words everyone needs to know about that particular chapter, questions which challenge logic and rhetoric skills. And so the student is using the grammar, the logic, the rhetoric, all of the elements of a classical education while they are learning history at the same time. Now, I have to say that I love America, I love Western civilization, and I'm very excited, we're very excited about the Story of Liberty curriculum. Thank you.